What's up, Thrashers, and welcome back once again to the Thrash Maniac 99 YouTube channel, and I am back with yet another album review, and a review that was supposed to have happened a couple of weeks ago, but due to issues, here it is now. I am talking about the latest offering from Alestorm, the THUNDERFIST Chronicles. This also came out on June 20th, this time on Napalm Records. And, well, I reviewed their last album, Seventh Rum of a Seventh Rum, and I thought it was an awesome album. So, yeah, Alestorm, most of you guys should know who they are. They're a Scottish, folky power metal band, or people call them pirate metal, even though pirate metal is not a genre, it's just a lyrical theme. Musically, this is like folky power metal with touches of other styles of metal that get thrown in here, like some classic heavy metal, some thrash metal, dare I say even occasionally some death metal and black metal get thrown into their sound a little bit, and it definitely comes out a lot on this album. So, from what I can assume, this is yet another concept album, which is telling a story about the THUNDERFIST Chronicles. And, well, I was in for quite a fun ride, and I will always say I never have anything bad to say about this band. It's like, yeah, they're goofy, but that's what you love about this band. You love the comedic nature of the lyrics, all about pirates and all the curse words they'll throw in there just to make you laugh. But musically, they come up with some damn good riffs and hooks. And you get that right away with the opening track, Hyperion Omni Riff, where, yeah, you start off with like 80 synths, but it builds to like a chug on the guitars and even a fiddle or violin. And then it goes right into a classic heavy metal gallops and riffs that definitely feel like something that would have been out of the New Wabam scene. Bands like Iron Maiden, Saxon, Angel Witch definitely kind of has that vibe to it, and it's just a fun way to get this album going. Plus some wonderful melodies, and the melodies that come up all throughout the album are all really memorable. Dare I say, at one point in this song, you get into almost like a booty shaking groove, where like you could really shake your ass to this song, even though you might not want to in case your ass starts to hurt from shaking it too much, but luckily it's only brief. And dare I say, at the end, it does get kind of thrash metal oriented. Now, I'm going to go ahead and touch on this. The lead work on this album is awesome, whether it be the guitar leads or hell, even a fiddle lead, or even occasionally like harmonies with the guitars and like the folky instruments that come up here and there on the album. And dare I say, all the different folky instruments you get on here, like the violin, the hurdy-gurdy, even trombone. Didn't expect to hear trombone on this album. I don't recall there being trombone on the last album, but I don't mind the trombone. I think it adds a little bit of like that more epic quality to this already epic album. And then Killed to Death by Piracy, probably one of the goofiest songs, which is saying something, but like I love the bass line on here. It's pretty thrashy, and then you do get some more like thrash metal, power metal gallops and riff arrangements, and keyboards and hurdy-gurdies going to town, and then it goes right into basically like thrash metal territory. But you do get groove and chug. Like, groove does pop up intermittently on this album to kind of break up like the overall, like, just go for the throat in terms of the speed. And then the song Banana, I actually like how it builds with the violin and the acoustic guitars kind of harmonizing together to build up melody, to build the song before it gets into like heavier chugs. Like when this album gets heavy, it gets insanely heavy for them. And the chugs on top of synths just really add a lot of dynamic. And this is one of the more aggressive songs. Same with the following track, Frozen Piss 2. Again, it's very thrashy, very classic metal inspired, more trombone, but it's like, it's both aggressive and epic at the same time. And hell, blast beats show up at the end. And then the song The Storm, it's more of the closest thing to a ballad, even though it's not a ballad. It's a little bit more of a somber song, like the opening folk melody as well with the guitars. Feel very somber rather than epic. And for the most part, the song stays at a mid-tempo, like a classic metal mid-tempo. but it does gallop towards the end. And then the shortest track of the album at 2.5 minutes, Mountains of the Deep, it's essentially an anthem for titties, because you got big boobs the size of the mountains of the deep is what it's going for lyrically. It's all about titty worship, which I do love me some titties, whether I like big ones, I like perky ones, I like petite ones, I like bulbous ones. I mean, holy crap, I'm a titty master, ladies and gentlemen. Just give me in just... What in the hell am I talking about? But in all seriousness, everyone should love titties, men or women. And if you don't love titties, something the fuck's wrong with you. But I digress. But the song itself starts immediately with a giant vocal hook. Like, Christopher, he's doing a lot of things vocally on here. Like, you get his trademark, like, gruff, melodic vocal. Occasionally he gets into some death roars, and even sometimes black metal screams come out of his mouth, and holy crap, he's just switching vocal styles left and right on a lot of these songs. And the song itself with Mountains of the Deep, it's more of like a more power metal gallop with the hurdy-gurdy. And then we get a cover of Necrogoblicon's Goblins Ahoy. Such a fun cover. I still actually need to listen to the original. I actually need to listen to Necrogoblicon because I hear good things about them. But it's a fun cover. It's hilarious, but very catchy. And then we get to the big giant closer, the 17-minute epic Mega Supreme Treasure of the Eternal Thunderfist. And my god, this song goes for a lot of different transitions and shifts. Like, starts off epic with the trombone and vocals, then it turns mellow with the violin and the acoustic guitars, and you get some groove. It builds nicely into some like D-beat gallops, lots of riff changes that don't feel too sharp, tremolo riffs and blast beats that kind of give it a little bit of like a in between like black metal and death metal kind of vibe. Like, you could argue like a melodic death metal kind of style. And then hell, the lead work, guitar wise and violin wise, is just wonderful on here. And it again goes into like thrash metal a little bit, and even some female vocals, bass grooves. And then you get a guest vocal spot from the one and only Russell Allen of Symphony X, and he kills it on this song. And it ends off in a big, big way. It's 17 minutes, but man, it doesn't get boring. Production-wise, this was done by Lasse Lammert, who, of course, has been the producer for this band for many years and has produced other killer bands, and I love the production on here. Everything's balanced. You can hear the bass. It's awesome. Really, the only thing I have to complain about musically on this album would be the chorus does repeat a lot at the end of the closing track. Granted, they change it up with the different rhythms, which is kind of creative. I do wish they could have added like maybe one more verse in between the giant repeating chorus. But aside from that, no other complaints otherwise. This is yet another awesome album from Alestorm. I give this a 4 out of 5. I can't find anything bad to say about this band. Like, every album I've checked out thus far has been awesome. This is certainly no exception. So if you love Alestorm, you probably have already gotten this. But if you're curious about Alestorm, this ain't a bad place to start. This is actually some really damn good stuff. But of course, those are just my opinions. What did you guys think? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. But until next time, thank you for watching, keep your horns high, and your dreams wet.